over time, as you continue to meet different founders and different people in that sort of startup world, you get interested in starting your own thing. This is where I kind of knew, okay, this is what I'm going to do. That then led me to Zam Jewelry, which is, a jewelry line I created in order to empower women in very bold and expressive statement pieces. Like I have a ring that says "shut up" on it, and people love that. I just find there isn't a lot of jewelry out there where you can express yourself kind of like you said, in a subtle way and for every age.
Welcome to the Omi Show, where we bring you authentic insights into the world of finance, pop culture, tech, and business news. I am your host, Omi Bell, and our guest for today is Essie Mensah. She is a force to be reckoned with in the world of entrepreneurship and marketing. With over a decade of experience and an impressive portfolio, boasting campaigns with budgets exceeding $50 million. Okay. Essie is continuing to innovate in the marketing industry, and as the founder and owner of Zam Jewelry, Zam Jewelry is a platform where creativity meets empowerment, offering women to express themselves through captivating statement pieces. All right, here we go. So, Mensah, oh Lord, I'm about to call you by your last name, Lord.
Oh, good.
Because we just talked about that. To let everybody know, we just talked about, I know somebody else with the same last name. Okay, Essie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, because I'm here, so.
Okay, hey, I like that. All right, so you could be doing anything in the world. You could be selling the seven seas. You could be climbing mountains. You could be opening up orphanages in Asia. Why did you decide to, one, be into the marketing industry? And why did you decide to launch Zam? Am I saying it right? Zam?
Yeah, Zam Jewelry.
Zam Jewelry. Why that?
So the marketing industry, it's kind of interesting because it fell into my lap a little bit. I originally started in entertainment news. That was what I originally started for. Yeah, that's why I moved to LA for entertainment news. And then what happened was I just got so bored of writing about these celebrities. I was like, I don't care what Justin Bieber's doing. Like, I don't want to write about that and do that. I got bored. And obviously, the pay isn't that great. And so what I did was I went to a job that on surface, when you look at it, you'd be like, I don't know if that's a good job. It was very low paying, was pretty much all about the experience. Long story short, the job that I went to, and when I say that, what it looks like one of those jobs where it's like, it seems sketchy, is like, it's literally in a lady's house, like a small home business. I'd never met her before. I found the listing on Craigslist, like sketchy, like,
Okay.
and it was very low paying. But I decided to go. I remember I was talking to my brother. He was just like, "Oh, I don't think you should go to that. That doesn't seem good." But my dad was like, he was like, "You know what? Just go. Obviously, voice of reason. Just go. If it's weird, just tell you're not interested or whichever." So, long story short, this job turned out to give me a tremendous amount of experience. Tremendous. To the point where I was learning all the hidden secrets. Back in the day, it was more of a secret. Now it's like everyone's doing these, put your email in and get the ebook and get the, course and all that stuff. But at the time, it was like a new kind of secret. And businesses were paying like $10,000 for these types of $20,000 for these types of services. And so at the time, the woman was, I don't know if I can say her name. Maybe she'd be okay with me saying her name. I don't know. We'll see. She wanted to put that sort of thing in her business. And so she got one of those programs, and I happened to take in all the information about email marketing and, Facebook ads and, I had a bit of website design already. I built my first website when I was 13. It was about Destiny's Child back in the day. So I brought some experience with me, but I got such a tremendous amount of experience that led me to my first agency job, my first true marketing agency job, where I was building, Facebook, Instagram, Google ads for a wide variety of startups and companies. And so I did that for maybe maybe 2 years or something like that. But one thing people don't know is that marketing agencies is one of the best places you can get experience. You just get,
Mm.
because they got so many clients, right? So you just get such a vast amount of experience. You experience bigger companies, startups where the founder is sleeping on a couch, like, all sorts of different, and across different industries too. So like tech, food, clothing, the list goes on and on. So that led me to the whole marketing, and I just kept going from there. I just kept, and this might sound bad, but hopping from job to job. Because that's,
Doesn't sound bad at all. Look, I'm a career switcher. I would tell people any day, like, I was never a good employee. I felt like people didn't want to solve things I wanted to solve. I couldn't find a work that I really love to do. So, no, job hopping, switching, that is a career. Career switching is a career.
yeah. So I did that a bit because every company was just offering me higher salary, and I just went from there. Because, and people don't know, and this is a little tidbit for people listening, is that when you can build ads, whether it be Facebook ads, Google ads, Spotify ads, or streaming ads, you are wanted in the job market.
Mm.
You don't even have to apply to anything. The recruiters just come for you, and so you're being tempted. You're getting all these recruiters saying, "I have this job here, I have this job here, I have this job here." So then I was just hopping jobs. I would get another offer over and over, right, until I eventually got to the VC, which there the experience was really interesting because, and I went there on purpose because
Mm.
I felt like I had gotten so much experience in advertising and the email marketing and the ad building, stuff like that. But I wanted to learn more about the financing and, how that works, the investing side of business, because that was a side that I hadn't been a part of. And so I went to a company called Science Inc., where, and they're originally known for Dollar Shave Club. They're the original VC that brought
Mm.
Dollar Shave Club.
Okay.
These days, they're known for Liquid Death, is one of their biggest companies right now. Um, and so I went there, and then from that point, I just, over time, as you continue to go meet different founders and different people in that sort of startup world, you get interested in starting your own thing, or you know, it's just natural, right? And so over
Mm.
time, I was like, oh, I'd love to kind of have my own, business, and I mean, I've always kind of wanted to have something, but this is where I kind of knew, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And that then led me to Zam Jewelry, which is a jewelry line I created in order to empower women. You gave such an amazing biography at the beginning. But a jewelry line I created in order to empower women, very bold and expressive statement pieces. And ultimately, my motivation for that is just I just feel good. Like when I
Mm.
reactions to it, and even when I wear it, like the ones I'm wearing now, it says powerful on it. But essentially, it's jewelry that has statements on it. It says, one of them says, "I choose me." I have a necklace that says "strong,"
Mm.
"queen." Every single piece in it was designed by me as well. And they all have meaning behind it. And on the website, you can see what each piece means. But I've always wanted to do things that I feel like helps people, makes them feel good. I have some jewelry pieces that say, like, I have a ring that says "shut up" on it, and people love that. This is a nice subtle way to you make a statement. You're going about your day, somebody's saying something annoying to you, and you're just like, oh, look at my ring, type of thing.
Right.
But that was my motivation for it. I've always been someone who wants to empower people, and through the jewelry, I feel like it really empowers, especially women, women of color, anybody who can find what I do, valuable, whether it be the actual jewelry or even just hearing my story. If that helps, I definitely want to do that. And continue to. I am somebody who networks, so I go to a lot of events and meet people, try to give them tips where I can. So, yeah, that's how I ended up at ZAM.
Well, one of the things that I love is that the jewelry, the it's very subtle. So like the words are not like super bold, like you get the door knockers with the word like power in the middle, you know what I mean? Like or the word black or they're very just like nice, like square shapes with like the word on the side. Was that an intentional choice in terms of like when you were looking at designing? tell me a little bit about like your inspiration behind what goes on a ring. Like why I heard you say, the reason behind shut up. You have a ring that says no, one that says power. Like how do you find the inspiration for what it should say?
So the inspiration for what it should say, um, it's come from experience, but also from, I just find there isn't a lot of jewelry out there where you can express yourself kind of like you said, in a subtle way and for every age, right? Because, I don't know what you other people look for, but a lot of the stuff you find is either very cheap or kind of like emo, that sort of, or skull, like those sort of really like, costume type jewelry that is just that really forward, or it's not something you want to wear all the time, especially if you have a really good job, or it's just people are, I feel like we're in an era where people are more expressive.
Right.
So people are more bold, they want to speak up. And so I feel like I could put, those mentions, like you said, the no, things like that. Like I feel like we're ready for that. But I wanted something that could fit for any age, any job, any career path, that could fit. And I just wanted women to feel comfortable wearing it, because it is something that it is, kind of disruptive type of business, right? It's not something that you see everywhere, but that is also high quality, right? At a certain point, you don't want the jewelry that's going to tarnish after 1 month, or even after 1 week,
Right.
put it in water or whichever. So I wanted something that was subtle enough that any woman could wear at any age, um, but still has a little bit of spice and edge to where you feel good wearing it. Like that was the inspiration for that.
Okay. So your journey from Brampton, Ontario to LA without any job connections is inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
What were the key moments or decision making moments that helped you establish yourself in a brand new city in a brand new industry?
Oh, I had a couple moments. I would say that it was just the confidence. I don't know how to describe it, but it's the confidence you have when you have even just one success. It gives you that motivation to put yourself out there and meet more people, you know, keep putting yourself for volunteering, things like that. And so I would say it was like a multiple of steps. It's funny because even my first agency job, the the co-founder, who was the one who told me to submit my resume, I met him just at an event, a speakers event
Mm.
where, they have the panel, they have like four people talking. Most people think you can't get jobs like that. They think, oh, there's after the speakers stop talking, everyone crowds around them. How am I going to stand out? And that was how I got that first job. And I just went up to him. I was like, this is what I have. You guys looking for any email marketing or anything like that? And he was just like, well, we're not hiring for that right now, but we have something in media. And, he just kind of liked my personality and ended up, telling me to contact him the next day. And I would say like those moments of just like showing my personality, being bold,
Mm.
going right up to people, like those are the moments that help to establish me. And I carry that energy with me everywhere I go. Even right now, I also do marketing for Neutrogena as well. And carry that energy with me everywhere. It just becomes a part of you. When you become confident, it's like, you know, you just feel like you can do anything. And in turn, you end up establishing yourself and leaving a mark in, any sort of, project you do, or any sort of, you know, situation that you're in.
So what I'm hearing you say, networking tips is being bold, being authentic, and asking. Because I think like you decided that I need a thing, okay, and nobody's gonna know it unless I tell them that I need a thing. I love that, and I love the. But you're right. It's so many times that like at speaking engagements or from the stage, the people will say like, "Oh no, contact me," and people don't. I've done it before. I'm like, "Hey, here's my information. Contact me," and I'm saying it from the stage to the entire audience. People really won't contact you. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a couple things. Sometimes they're intimidated. Sometimes they don't want to waste your time because they don't know what they really want. Or they don't necessarily want all the accountability that may come with contacting you. So I love that you went to a panel event, met this person, was just like, "Are you hiring?" Like that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people, even if it turns out wrong, at least every experience you get helps you build on it. Like, I
Yeah.
went up to him with a big smile on my face. I said, here I am. And it happened to go well. But if it didn't, it was experience. Everything is experience that you learn from it and say, okay, if he doesn't respond well, what do I learn for the next time I talk to somebody?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Your work on the Hydro House campaign for Neutrogena has been making waves on TikTok. Could you elaborate on the strategies you employ to leverage the platform effectively and generate significant buzz for a younger audience?
Yeah. So Hydra House, that was such an interesting and fun campaign. Um, One of the things that we wanted was a campaign that resonates with younger people, Gen Z for to be specific. And so the idea was proposed, and this idea of having a reality TV type of theme to it just seems so right. And
Mm-hmm.
especially the dating world, the reality TV dating, Love Island, X on the Beach,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that are big right now. Love is Blind is another one, and so it just felt like it fit um, the current era we're in with TV shows, and we just made sure that everything we did was in line with that. Like, even the video set, like where it was shot, it looked like a reality show house. We had talent from The Bachelorette was on there, along with
Mm-hmm.
other dating shows. We had a good mix of influencers as well, so we could get some natural organic reach, in addition to the paid aspect of it. Um, so it was something, of course, we did our research in the background. A lot of people don't know that marketing is heavily
Mm-hmm.
based off data.
Heavily based on data. It's all you're making decisions based on that.
Yeah,
What worked, what didn't work, what
yeah,
will these people like, what won't they like, what will they gravitate to? And inside of what they will gravitate to, how much should I be journeying into what they will gravitate to?
exactly, exactly. So, we did our research behind the scenes, and we liked the artistic concept and vision, and then we went with it, and it did really, really well. The engagement was through the roof. Even the followers on the TikTok page itself grew. It just some of the best comment. I don't know if you know that TikTok content gets a lot of troll comments. Some of the worst comments you see on any social media platform, TikTok has it. But for this content, it was some of the best comments that we've seen, and so I would say, yeah, it was a success, and yeah, I think that kind of answers your question on what went behind it.
Okay, so give us your top go-to marketing tips.
I would say, in order from worst to best, or from best to what, like.
It doesn't matter. However you want to go.
Okay, so I would say my number one is making your decisions based on data. Um, if you don't, you can go south really fast. Make sure you're doing your research, whether it be, and there's things for people who don't have a lot of money, because I know if you try to use some of these companies that charge thousands of dollars for a database, that's not smart as a startup to begin. But utilizing things like Google Trends, and actually a lot of these expensive companies, I should say, they offer a lot of free reports every year, annual reports or quarterly reports. So go in their email list so that you get those reports that talk about industry trends, what demographics are buying what's the next up and coming, tech tool, or whichever. And so I would say definitely make your decisions off of data. You Once you do it, you'll see what I mean, that it
Yeah.
definitely will impact your success. And then the second tip I have would be, don't use your personal experiences to make big business decisions. I worked with a brand one
Mm.
time and it's kind of funny, the founder, he was so convinced that his target audience was like gym rats, like buff, like type of people who are, have the abs, always at the gym, that type of people. And so when we first started his ads for him, he was like, we have to have all that type of imagery and videos. And so we're like, okay, we'll test it, but we're still going to also test these other audiences. And then long story short, it turned out that the majority of people buying his product were moms, for their kids. It was like
Uh,
mom.
that's funny.
He was so convinced because he was the founder. He's like, I know I eat this product for this reason, so that's the type of audience that will like it. No. So I would say don't make decisions, big decisions. I mean, obviously you're inspired for things, but big decisions off of your own personal experience because it's too small of a sample size and it's not necessarily reflective of the larger audience that you're
That's
trying to
right.
go after.
That's right.